Good afternoon, class. Thank you. You can sit down. Okay, in today's lesson, we are going to correct the homework you were given in the previous lesson. That was exercise 38.6 from the textbook, questions 1 to 7. Okay, if you come and do the question on the board, I'd like you to explain it as well, please. So, any volunteers first for question 1? Siegfried? Question 2? Livingston? 3? Question 3, Miriam. 4? Okay, pond relay. Okay, question 1 first, Siegfried. And pass the mic to the front. You can do it first and then explain.
The question reads, a ship sets out from a point and sails due north to a ship sets out from a point A and sails due north to a point B, a distance of 120 kilometers. It then sails due east to a point C. If the bearing of C from A is 37.67 degrees, calculate A, the distance BC. To find BC, I just labeled the length x. So I used tangent 37 degrees, 37.67 degrees is equivalent to x over 120. So the answer is 92.65 kilometers to 2 decimal places. And for B, the distance AC, I used the Pythagoras theorem to find AC, and AC is 151.6 kilometers.
Good. Well done, Siegfried. Number 2. Livingston.
He should pay basketball.
His parents are my ex-schoolmates. His mother is moving too. These people outside, they keep smoking and they make my stomach ache.
The question reads, a boat leaves a harbor A. God. On a course of 150 degrees, and it sails 50 kilometers in this direction until it reaches point B. How far is B east of A? That's that A, Y, that's this distance. So course of 60, we got 60 by, if we get the bearing from here, east is 90 degrees, 90 minus 150 gives this angle to be 60. So 50 times cos of 60 gives 25 kilometers, that's this. What is the distance out of A is B? That's, I don't know which one.
BY.
Yeah, we got it by A is equals to square root of 50 square minus 25 square, just square root of 1,875 is equal to 43.3 kilometers.
Good. Livingston, should this be B, BY? Okay. Because AY is the same as 25. Oh dear. YY. BY. Okay. Well done, Livingston. Number 3.
The question reads, X is a point due west of point P. Y is a point due south of P if the distances Px and Py are 10 kilometers and 15 kilometers respectively. Calculate the bearing of X from Y. Okay, firstly, we had to find this angle theta. Okay, and I used the 10 ratio, which is the opposite over the adjacent. So angle theta equals 33.7 degrees to 1 decimal point, place. And then, because to calculate the bearing, we always start from the north and we go clockwise. What we did was we minus 33.7 degrees from 360 degrees to get 326.3 degrees to 1 decimal point, which is the bearing of x from y.
Good. Thank you, Miriam. Next one. 4.
Yeah.
The question reads, B is 10 kilometer due north of P. and C is 5 kilometers due west of B. A ship starts from C and sails in a direction of 330 degrees. Calculate the distance the ship has to sail before it is due west of B. To find the distance the ship has to sail before it is due west of B, first we have to find
Yeah.
this distance. So to find this distance, we use tan of 60 degrees, which is equals to 10. We derive 10 from BP, which is also equal to AC. 10 is the opposite over the adjacent, which is AX. And the answer is 5.77 kilometers, which is this distance. So when we have that, we can to find the distance the ship has to sail, we use cos 30, which is 10 over the hypotenuse, which is
Yeah. CX. CX. Hypotenuse is CX. It's okay.
the hypotenuse is CX. So when we found it, it will be 11.55 kilometers, which is the distance the ship has to sail,
Yep.
the hypotenuse. So 11.55 kilometers will bring it to point X, which is due west of B.
Yep.
And to find the distance the ship is from B, we add AX, which we get from the first equation, which is 5.77 kilometers. We add it to AB, which is the same as CP, which is 5 kilometers. So 5.77 plus 5 kilometers is 10.77 kilometers is the distance the ship is from point B.
Yes, good. Okay, thank you, Ponrele. Any questions so far? You all becoming experts in drawing the diagrams. These ones, they've been given. The diagrams have been drawn. Okay, anyone wants to do number 5? Gabriel? Number 6? Anyone for number 6? Any girls? Six and 7. Okay, we'll let Gabriel do question 6 first. Sorry, 5. There you go. Which number? Did you do number 6? Why is it hard? I'll see if I can explain it. You have to, it's not a right angle triangle, but you have to draw right angle triangles inside the triangle or outside. Oh, I know why. I'll do 6 for you. Who's done question 6? Where is it? An aircraft flies from A, the distance of A being due north of B. Yeah, but it means if A east of north, so northeast, yeah, for a distance of 80 kilometers. Calculate how far from the aircraft, you're trying to calculate that from the line AB. Yeah, the perpendicular distance. Yeah, can just use 18 degrees and 80 from here to there and that one. That's all. Sign off. You're trying to find, calculate how far the aircraft is stand from the line AB. Okay, and in what direction it should fly to reach B. So the direction will be there. Start from north and go. You've done it. Your diagram is okay. It's okay. This one will be sine 18 equals d over 80. So the distance is 24.72. That's all. The direction is you have to find this angle here. It's leaving, and then just add it to 270. That's all. Six. Any girls? Six. Anyone given? The diagrams have been drawn. Okay, anyone wants to do 5? Gabriel? Number 6? Anyone for number 6? Any girls? Any girls? Six and 7. Okay, we'll let Gabriel do question 6 first. Sorry, 5. There you go. Which number? Did you do number 6? Why is it hard? Let's see if I can explain it. You have to, it's not a right angle triangle, but you have to draw right angle triangles inside the triangle or outside. Oh, I know why. I'll do 6 for you. Who's done question 6? Where is it? An aircraft flies from A, a distance of A being due north of B. Yeah, but it means if A east of north, so northeast, yeah, for a distance of 80 kilometers. Calculate how far from the aircraft, how far the aircraft, you're trying to calculate that from the line AB. Yeah, the perpendicular distance. Yeah. You can just use 18 degrees and 80 from here to there and that one. That's all. Sign off. You're trying to find, calculate how far the aircraft is stand from the line AB. Okay, and in what direction it should fly to reach B. So the direction will be there. Start from north and go. You've done it. Your diagram is okay. It's okay. This one will be sine 18 equals d over 80. So the distance is 24.72. That's all. The direction is you have to find this angle here, it's leaving, and then just add it to 270, that's all. It's too much noise. Mike, pick up the mic. And face the camera. Gabriel, turn around.
I'm going to solve for question 5. Question 5 reads, a fishing boat places a float on the sea at A.
It's asking for the bearing. The direction is the bearing.
At A,
Plus, you're supposed to be able.
which is here,
Oh, subtracts. How did you get 72?
50 meters due north of buoy, which B. The buoy is right over here.
Why is that a right angle? Excuse me.
A second boat places a float at
All
C,
this fire business.
which is here,
Distances.
whose bearing from
The
A
line
is
from here to there.
130 degrees.
The distance.
This talking about
No,
here, this
it is
degrees.
the line AB.
A taut net connecting the floats at A and C is 80 meters long, which is this is the taut net. Calculate the distance BC and bearing of C from B.
Gabriel, this way. Gabriel, stand on this side so they can put it. That's it.
The distance BC is
He doesn't want to read from the computer.
80 meters, which is this one. I'm going to work it out this distance, which is BC. So 80 meters times sine 50, which is equals to 61.3 meters, which is this distance. Okay, for B, which reads the bearing of C from B, which is talking about this bearing of C from B, which is equals to, I find for this angle theta first, which is sine theta equals to 50 over 80. 50 over 80, sorry.
Which one did he find?
Which means the sine theta is equals to opposite of adjacent, opposite of a hypotenuse. But when we make sine theta as a subject of the formula, I can come across as 50 over 80, which is equals to 38.68 meter. Degrees. So after finding that degrees, I add angle A, which is here, which is 50. Angle A, which is 50, plus angle C, which is theta right over here. That is 38.68 degrees. So after adding all those, after adding these two together, subtract it from 180 degrees, I come across as 91.32 degrees.
Which is, I think,
That's my solution.
all of you show.
Who else found this angle to be 91.3 degrees? And what about you others? Huh? Peter, what's your answer? Is it 91.32 degrees? Did you use the same method Gabriel used on the board?
Yes.
Okay, there is a problem with that. His explanation is correct, except that if you are saying sine theta is equal to 50 over 80, you are already assuming that this angle is a right angle. And I think many of you made that mistake. And then what he's done then is he said, okay, to find this angle, I will subtract 50 plus 38.6 from 180 degrees to get this one, which you've already assumed to be 90 degrees. Is there anyone else who used another method? Okay, the triangle, because this is 91.3, the triangle is actually, it's not a right angle triangle. You must not assume that it's a right angle triangle. And this is what you are supposed to do. From this point, you have to draw a line that will meet this line at 90 degrees. Although the answer is correct, the method that he used is wrong because he already assumed, like many of you did, that this angle was 90 degrees. And then turns around and calculates it again, which is wrong, when already he's assumed that it's 90 degrees. So this is what you are expected to do. You have to find, this is 50 degrees because the angle here is 130 degrees. Okay, this is 40 degrees because this is a right angle. Now what you need to do is to find this angle and then add it to 40 degrees, which will give you this bearing here, which is around 91. But to do that, you have to use 50 to find this length, and then 50, you have to use 50 and then this 50 degrees to find this one. Subtract this one from 80, it will give you this one. And then you can use this length here, which is Y, and this one, which is A, to find this angle. And then you add theta and 40 degrees, and it will give you 91 degrees. Okay, I want all of you to check it instead of just accepting the answer from the book. Okay, I am going to draw the diagram for question 6, and then in our next lesson we'll do 7, 8, 9, and 10. Question 6 states that an aircraft starts to fly from A. Okay, an aircraft starts to fly from A to B, a distance of 140 kilometers, B being due north of A. And B is 140 kilometers north of A. You are told the aircraft flies on a course of 18 degrees east of north, which is just northeast. So the plane flies in this direction. Okay, a bearing of 18 degrees, 018 degrees. And it flies a distance of 80 kilometers. You are then asked to calculate how far the aircraft is then from the line AB, not from B, from the line AB. So it will have to be the shortest distance, which is the perpendicular distance from the line AB. If this is 18 degrees, this is 72 degrees. So you have to find Y. The next thing you are asked to find is the direction it should then fly to reach B. It is here, it will have to fly to go to B, which means the direction you are asked to find is from this north line all the way to this one, which you can calculate. All you have to do is to know this angle here. You can calculate this one, you can find the distance from here to here, subtract that from 140, you will get this one. Okay, you can then use this length and this one to find the angle, and you just add that to 270 degrees, that will give you the bearing of B from where the plane is. Is that clear? Okay, for homework you are going to complete question 6. You are going to complete question 7, question 8, 9, and 10. The key word to the pilot teacher is completion. Stand up. Good afternoon, class. Thank you.